welcome to the first installment of Where to Stop, a series I'm going to be doing with telling people, there are lots of shows that run forever. They have like hundreds and hundreds of episodes. And, you don't really want to watch all those, but you still want to get into the series. And, I'm going to give you a short amount of episodes that's easy for anybody to do. You can probably binge it on a weekend. And you'll get enough out of the story, and you'll get an actual proper conclusion, and you do not have to watch all the way to the ending of the series, because a lot of these shows actually haven't ended yet. First up, Supernatural, a show that I personally stopped watching during the 10th season. I own the 11th season on DVD. I bought it on Black Friday. I just never watched it. I was going to watch it, and then I decided not to. I think I own the 12th one as well, but I'm not sure. But the series got really dull and repetitive. But for Where to Stop, stopping at the end of Season 5. This is actually when the original creator left. So if you stop a couple minutes before the last episode actually of Season 5 ends, you get a proper ending, the story's concluded, and you don't need to know anymore. You only need to watch Season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. So this is I got to cheat on this one a little bit because Den of Geeks put out a list of episodes that are important. I actually made a fan edit of Season 1, which put all of it together as one long movie. It was like 4 hours. Yeah, you obviously watched the pilot episode, Bloody Mary, Home, Scarecrow, Nightmare, Shadow, Dead Man's Blood, and Salvation. You only need to watch these episodes of the series because it focuses on the brothers coming back together, their backstory, and their father's story, and their mother, and how they met the Yellow-Eyed Demon. For Season 2, you need to only watch Time for Dying, Simon Said, Crossroad Blues, Coronation, Krakoan, Haunted, and All Hell Breaks Loose Part 1 and 2. This will let you see the story of how Sam got taken into the Yellow-Eyed Demon and his powers. You don't really so all the other stories, like each one of these seasons is 22 episodes. So look at how much garbage was put in there. I mean, it's the monster of the week, and they're still entertaining because the first 5 seasons are the good ones. For me, it really started falling apart around Season 7. The 3rd season is even shorter because this was actually during the writer's strike, but still. The Magnificent 7, Kids Are Alright, Justin the Bellows, Time on My Side, and No Rest for the Wicked. This is Dean selling his soul to bring Sam back, and then he goes to hell. So that's that story focused on. You'll get a tight, knit story of Sam and Dean and their brother relationship growing, and them getting closer, and them trying to save Dean, and then Dean accepting his fate. Season 4 and 5 is when they started getting serialized and popped, and you need to watch every episode. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You only need to watch 12 episodes of the 22. And this will let you see how they met Castiel, how Dean came back from hell. Castiel's an angel that became a fan favorite character. And this is actually when I started watching the show. I think the episode I started watching it is actually not in this. It was an episode where they got their minds erased and they were tricked into being normal people, and then they ended up hunting anyways. So I don't know why my dad randomly watched the episode for some reason. I think he thought it was interesting. But anyways, beside the point. You get to know the whole heaven and hell story arc properly. And you don't need to watch all of the Monster of the Week episodes, even though they are still entertaining. And then, Season 5, I think you have to watch the whole season, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. You can watch 18 episodes out of the 22 of Season 5. But anyways, doing it this way, you get the whole ending of the whole entire arc from start to finish. They defeat the devil. They defeated the Yellow-Eyed Demon. They defeat the devil. They save heaven and all that. and Sam sacrifices himself. It's a proper ending. Dean gets a happily ever after, and if you don't watch anymore, Dean has a happily ever after ending. He gets to be with his girl and his son, and they live happily ever after. That's it. The series will be over, and you don't have to worry about it anymore. But if you watch the rest of them, you'll get a bunch of garbage about them having to be with random demons everywhere, even though hell's closed. Beast coming about. Sam and Dean dying every other season. Like, they pick one, and it's like, Sam dies, Dean dies. Sam dies, Dean dies. Sam dies, Dean dies. Everybody in this series, spoiler alert, dies and comes back to life, except for one, and that's John Winchester, because he's played by Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who's too big of an actor to come back. But other than that, every other character in the show that dies comes back to life. And you'll get tired of the repetitiveness, unless you really love horror stories. And it's not really even gore horror, it's just regular horror. It's like Jurassic Park level horror. And, they start getting meta, start making fun of themselves, and it gets repetitive. So, me personally, if I was going to tell somebody to watch this show, I would tell them to only watch the first 5 seasons, and then watch those episodes that were played out by Den of Geek. I'm also going to be doing in the future, I plan on doing NCIS, and even though I've watched almost the entire series now, it's still going to be very short. You'll be shocked how much I cut out of the NCIS for people. And Big Bang Theory, and if you want to comment below what series should be added to what to cut, if I've actually seen it, I'll put down what to cut. If I haven't seen it, obviously, I won't do it. But, yeah, I think the thing that really, really killed it for me was they finally had an interesting storyline. Dean was turned into a demon. The next season, it lasted for 1 episode. Something that should have been the whole series arc lasted for 1 episode. And then I stopped watching it. Oh, I'll also be doing Doctor Who. And another one I'm planning on doing, because I personally stopped watching the Robin Hood episode of the 12th Doctor's run. That one, if you only include New Who, there are a lot of filler episodes, and my stopping point will be an obvious one. People will actually watch that series, but and my quitting it had nothing to do with the girl. I'll explain that during that episode. But, yeah, the reason why I stopped watching Supernatural is I lost interest. It's too repetitive. It was the same thing over and over again. Some shows are okay with doing that. Other ones just aren't. And there are other things on. I don't have much time. Like I said, I work all the time. I'm a 7-day-a-week worker. And so that's the first episode of Where to Stop. I was going to do something a little more drastic, more editing in that, but as I've said in the past, my computer acts up, which is why I don't really do much chapters anymore. When my computer finally does work and I have time to edit, I really want to focus on editing the chapters of my story, even though nobody reads it or listens to it. But still, I'm getting off track. But yeah, if you only watch the first 5 seasons, you get a nice, simple story about a family who was dragged into something they didn't understand. They understood it, and they conquered it and defeated it, and they won, and they got to live happily ever after. Well, except for the one, obviously, but he chose to sacrifice himself. Have a good one.